sound was quite horrific, so I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I am with you in the daylight. How weird is this? I think this is only the second natural lighting video I've ever done, which is funny. The wind is really bad today, so you might pick up some of that. Sorry about that. But there's not really a topic today. I think I just kind of wanted to get back into filming again since being sick. I know I've not been away long, but it's felt quite long for me. But this is just a video to help me get back into the swing of things. It's mainly for people who, are subscribed to me and interested in me besides the triggers, I guess. I just wanted to say hi. I have been watching a lot of stuff recently, some of which I want to talk about. I've been watching Neon Genesis. I'm still on that. I'm only doing an episode at a time, so I think I may be at episode 16 or something. Let me know if anyone else has watched it, but I've been really enjoying it. It's on Netflix right now, or at least Scottish Netflix. The only thing I'm really struggling with is the crazy amount of fan service. It is such a cool concept, such a cool show. The angels and everything are so well thought through. I guess obviously it's made it to a TV series and it's super iconic, but there's details in it that I'm really impressed by. There's a real grounding to the technology, if that makes sense. Things have to be like the massive big, robots, the Evas, they have to be plugged in before they go out on the field. Everything's very like the hydraulics and there was the episode I watched last night was way more about the software of Nerve, which is the organization. So it's super cool. I've been enjoying it, but the fan service has been driving me nuts, especially since the characters are 14. Very, very young, and oh my goodness, it's really intense. There's a lot of nudity with them and stuff like that. Not full blown, obviously, because of censorship, I guess. Though it doesn't seem to be doing much for it. I love the series, and I still love the series. It's something that's been bugging me while I've been watching it. What was I rambling about? Oh, well, I recently saw a very unexpected, one of the best movies of the year that I've seen so far in the cinema, which was Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. Bit rogue. I've got Bridget Jones, I think this is a Japanese poster, or it's just some random rip-off that somebody made on Etsy. But I went to see the new one in cinema recently, and it was really crazy. If anyone else has seen it, because I've seen the other ones as well, although it has been a long time since I watched the second one. I rewatched the second most recent one before I went to the cinema to see the new one, and I rewatched the first one semi-regularly because it's so I love that era of rom-coms. I feel they're so, I don't know, there's something quite fun and kind of not too serious about them. I feel there's such a pressure for things to be so profound now, that sometimes they forget to have fun a little bit. That was one of the reasons why I loved very different movie, but I loved The Substance, because I thought it was still, campy, still having fun with what it was doing. But the new Bridget Jones really blew me away. I was desperately trying not to cry for a huge amount of the movie. It's a lot about, this isn't really a spoiler, but if you don't want to know anything about it, then skip ahead. I'll put a time when I stop talking about Bridget Jones. But it's a lot about grief and her grief journey, and I think it just really humanized her in this wonderful way. I was so moved, and it was super fun and quite sexy as well. I thought the male leads in it were done I thought they served the purpose they were there to serve. Bridget, I think she was great, and it's weird because I didn't hate watch the series originally, but I definitely watched it to, like, you know, make fun of it and kind of tease it a little bit. And as times went on and I've rewatched them more and I've gotten like slightly older, you know, like I'm not a teenager anymore, I've got this really strange fondness for them. Like, I feel like I relate to her, I don't know, in some complicated, stressed out, frazzled lady way. But I really enjoyed that. I also saw Nosferatu recently, but I think I've mentioned that in the video. Loved it. I'm a big horror fan, so it was super fun. Well, it was a fun cinema experience because it was pretty crazy, but it's not necessarily a fun movie. I'll say a bit of a different vibe from Bridget Jones. Now, one thing that I want to talk about that I was watching while I was unwell, because I've been off my classes and stuff. I had to call in sick to work as well, so I've really not been too hot, because I attempted to do like an Animal Crossing video and I started filming it and my voice just sounded awful and I feel like my energy wasn't there whatsoever. And there's definitely some videos where, you know, I'm a little bit, maybe a little bit low energy, you know, like filming's gonna caught me on an awkward day, but I was just, I was so, like, not well, and I feel like you could hear that my head was super congested and stuff, so there's 24 minutes of tragic Animal Crossing footage that I deleted before I filmed this to make room. But while I've been sick, I always do that, I get myself in a little sidetrack. While I've been sick, I finished this series on Netflix called Exo Kitty. Now, has anyone watched Exo Kitty? Because it is one of the strangest shows I've seen in a long time. Like, it wasn't what I was expecting. I started watching it as like a kind of fun hate watch, you know, like maybe have a few ciders and put something a little bit like dumb and fun on. And I was really surprised by like again, I'll put like a little bit when I stop talking about this, though I don't think this is a spoiler. I was really surprised by the queer representation in it. Like, it was kind of way better done than a lot of series I've seen that have queer characters in it. Like, it felt way more built in. If anybody disagrees with me on that, it's obviously absolutely fine. Please tell me why, because I'd love to hear what other people think about it, because I only know a couple other people that watch it, or have roped into watching it. But I just finished the second season, and they're definitely going to do another one, which I'm buzzing about, because it finished in a cliffhanger, and I want to see what happens. But I got, weirdly, you know, for like a side character, quite a small side character, from the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series, that was it. Gosh, that's a mouthful. I was struck with that title a little. Like, for a series, you know, spin-off of a spin-off, it was pretty cool. Another recent favourite of mine, book-wise, because I have like a little kind of book club with literally like 2 or 3 people, depending on who, you know, chimes in each month, and it's just to like try and keep us pleasure reading, you know, like reading stuff that I don't have to, because all my reading basically is for uni, which can definitely get a little bit tiring after a while. But my book club book for February was Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. If anyone, again, any of these, if anyone's seen them, just like let me know what you think about them. Super short read, it's only like 200 pages or something. It's like you can like get it out in 2 sessions, depending on what kind of reader you are. But I really enjoyed it. I've seen the movie on Netflix and I loved the movie, which is one of the reasons why I was the one that peer pressured everyone to do it for book club book. But I think I enjoyed the book. Maybe I enjoyed the movie for different reasons, so I'm not going to say as much as the movie, because I do think of them quite differently. I loved it in the book None Ought, because it's about this like expedition, if you don't know what Annihilation is. It's the first book of a trilogy. It's like the Southern Reach trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer, but you can just read the first one alone, and it follows this expedition of these 4 women, or 5 women, I think, actually, who go to this like cordoned off area that the government like doesn't let anybody go to, wherein these really strange like biological phenomena are happening. Like the environment's kind of warping into each other, and people tend to not leave. Like, they send expeditions out and they don't come back, or if they come back, people have very confusing memory of what happened, and they're very strange and dissociated and stuff. The movie is so gorgeous visually. I love like cosmic horror, bio horror, and I think the movie does it so well, and the cast is great. It's got Natalie Portman and this is terrible, but I only know her as, is it Gina from, oh my gosh, that show where she gets, I'm gonna put her here, but all I could think about was that show where she gets pregnant even though she's never been with anyone. It was a crazy jump from that project to this project for me, because I never watched her in anything else. It's got her, it's got, oh my god, I'm so bad with names. Tessa. We'll also put here. And I'm not too sure who the other actresses are. I don't think I've ever really seen them in anything else, but they were great as well. One of my last book club books was Butter by Asako Yuzuki, but I think I've talked about that and I loved it. It's the yellow book with the cow on the cover, if you ever see it in Waterstones or anything. It was on their little like promotional table for a while, which is I think why I first saw it, or one of my book club people saw it, I can't remember. Would recommend it. So I read that, and then Annihilation recently. I'm currently reading The Haunting of Hill House, which I have seen the series, but the series, going off like what I'm reading, because it's a Shirley Jackson novel. Shirley Jackson's very like folk horror, very cool. I really like her stuff. I think I have like a collection or 2 by her in the bookshelf that I hide behind my wardrobe. I've also been watching and then rewatching and then rewatching again Jacob Geller's video essays, especially his Fear series ones. He's another YouTube creator. I think he's also on another platform as well. But I love his stuff. I've been watching the Fear of Dark, and I think it's Anatomy, Control, and The Legacy of the Haunted House. I think those are the 2 video essays I've been watching. I love his Fear of Depths one. If anyone's not seen that, I would recommend it, and I don't think it's particularly overrated. See, I always say this because recently, oh my gosh, she doesn't know about my channel, so she won't see me talking about this, which is funny. But recently I had a friend stay over with like me and my best friend, so it was like a little slumber party situation, and we put on The Substance, because we're like, oh, you'll love it, it's like so camp and like high octave and like super fun, you know, like there's gore but it's like ridiculous. So you know, I wasn't bothered by it at all, neither was my best friend, and then we were watching it and she was like sitting there like cringing and like kind of, you know, you could tell she was just so like like horrified by the body horror in it, because I'm definitely not you know, like mega edgelord, like these super gory movies, like people can't handle them, but I think I've gotten weirdly desensitized to it. But see, when it comes to like body horror, like in The Substance, spoiler if you're bothered about what happens in it, but this is very early on, like the premise of it, she, Demi Moore, the original, the host or whatever, she takes the substance, and Margaret Qualley is the more beautiful, younger version of her, more perfect. She, is birthed out of her bag in this super crazy, definitely gory, but for me it's so ridiculous, getting birthed out of a bag, that I guess that it doesn't feel so visceral to me like that. Do you know the one bit in it that actually bothers me, makes me, gives me the heebie-jeebies a wee bit, is the bit when, and this is later in the movie, so spoiler, but it's the bit when Demi Moore is not doing too well. She's a bit on the older side of things, and she has a very, very damaged knee, super kind of, I guess, gnarled bone situation, and her knee pops out or dislocates, and she has to put it back in, and it takes her ages, and she's grunting. That gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I bet that's because I've got a clicky right knee, and it's just I can't imagine birthing a more beautiful version of myself out of my back, but I can imagine sitting in that lounge with my knee. Oh, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies, I can't think about it. By the way, next week I've ordered mochi I think I've got this taro mochi, sesame mochi, red bean, and I'm not sure what else. Maybe, I think brown sugar might be one of them or something, but I think this is a more savoury selection, so I've ordered mochi to do my mukbang next week. I think this week it'll still be ramen, but usually I would try and film my videos quite back to back, but I don't know if I can shovel down a whole bowl of ramen right now, to be honest. I feel a little bit under the weather, a tiny bit still, so my neighbour's dogs are barking like crazy, which is setting my dog off, which is probably my cue to stop rambling. And it's been a kind of funny video. I've never done one this aimless where I'm just talking about, my life recently. But I know some of you like the whisper rambles, which thank you for letting me know. Very grateful for. I'm not expecting many people to watch this. This is more just me tuning back in. I also got way too excited rambling and didn't do any of my ASMR artist business that I should. I've got to show you that I've got silver and then gold. I split them up. But thank you for listening to me ramble. If you watched this, I've seen a few new subscribers recently, so welcome to the channel. It's so crazy saying that. I don't think I ever get used to it. Mukbang on Friday, all going well. I'm on the way up completely, so I'm not expecting it to get worse. Luckily, I didn't need to have any antibiotics or anything. I just grin and bear it for 6 days. 6 very unattractive days, actually, I should say. But thank you for still watching and commenting and liking while I was gone. I still got loads of comments from my fruit platter videos. That was super nice. I wasn't expecting it to, keep up with some of the higher viewer counts that I've gotten, but that was a really fun one to film. My vitamin C levels must have been off the charts. Let me know if you've been enjoying any things I have recently, and let me know if you'd like another video like this. It'd be a while from now. I wouldn't do these regularly. It's just little slice of life updates. But yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I hope you took care of yourselves last week, even though I wasn't there to say you better have, or else. And thank you for any well wishes that you made on my post where I said that I was dying. It must have healed me, because I'm fine, or mostly fine. I have got a few pretty gnarly coughs, but I'm sure I'll live. I'm sure I'll survive. worst tongue tapping I've done this entire video. Definitely a funny one, but thank you for hanging out with me for like a half hour. I'll let you get back to your day. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye. I'll see you for my mukbang.